ibe siyenzile ibe impumelelo ngesibindi senu nibe naso enisikhomsile. Kodwa esikushoyo ama-MK ukuthi unobhala wethu uzolithezwa lumanzi. Usesihlukumeze kakhulu iphathi yonke nationally, uzolithezwa lumanzi. So bese ngizoyibamba lapho ngoba inhloso yemasho kulapho ukuthi sizothasanele. Enough is enough. Siyabonga ama-comrades, nihlukane kahle.
The Secretary General of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, Floyd Shivhambu, is under fire after countless threats to remove him. Some of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party members are not happy with how Floyd Shivhambu has been operating in his position as the Secretary General of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party. Before even Floyd Shivhambu was appointed as the Secretary General of the party, some members didn't want Floyd to be their Secretary General. This is according to the Sunday World publication, but Shivhambu was backed by former President Jacob Zuma, who was leading the party. It all began when the daughter of the leader of Umkhonto weSizwe Party, Duduzile Zuma, launched a scathing attack on Floyd Shivhambu. She took her frustration to her ex account and insulted Floyd with all sorts of insults you can think of. He called him the worst Secretary General the party has ever had. She called him a newcomer who really doesn't have the influence because they founded the Umkhonto weSizwe Party. Because it's them who founded the Umkhonto weSizwe Party. She insulted Floyd and said, "You know what? F you, Floyd." Duduzile's father, Jacob Zuma, did not like what Duduzile did and forced her to apologize. Jacob Zuma issued a statement that reads as follows. Umkhonto weSizwe Party statement on the X post of Umkhonto weSizwe Party member, Commander Duduzile Zuma. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party acknowledges the recent public post on X made by MK member Commander Duduzile Zuma. These posts are insulting towards the Secretary General of Umkhonto weSizwe Party, constituting a direct violation of the party's disciplinary code of conduct. Such actions are unacceptable, divisive, denigrating and offensive. They undermine the principles of unity, respect, and discipline that are fundamental to the values of Umkhonto weSizwe Party. In response, the president of Umkhonto weSizwe Party, President Jacob Zuma, has issued the following directives. 1. Commander Duduzile Zuma must issue an unconditional public apology to the Secretary General, the President, members, supporters of Umkhonto weSizwe Party, and all the people of South Africa. She must also extend formal apologies to all structures she serves in our leads, including the Southern Caucus of the Pan-African Parliament. These apologies must be made immediately. Following this, an internal disciplinary process will be initiated in accordance with the Umkhonto weSizwe Party Constitution, Code of Conduct, and all relevant prescripts. Failure to comply with this directive will result in immediate consequences. Failure to comply with the directive will result in immediate consequences, including the summary termination of Commander Duduzile Zuma's membership in Umkhonto weSizwe Party and her recall from all party responsibilities. Umkhonto weSizwe Party is a movement of the people, grounded in maximum discipline and strict adherence to the disciplinary code of conduct. No member, regardless of position, is above the constitution of Umkhonto weSizwe Party, issued by President Jacob Zuma, President of Umkhonto weSizwe Party. After Jacob Zuma issued a letter instructing Duduzile to apologize, Duduzile seemed hesitant. Later, she apologized, but only to the party president and the members of Umkhonto weSizwe Party. The MK Party released an apology letter from Comrade Duduzile Zuma. The letter stated, "As a committed and disciplined member of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, I hereby extend this unconditional public apology to President Zuma and Umkhonto weSizwe Party leadership for the profanity used in my recent post on X. While I hold strong and personal views, including serious concerns about internal party matters, my perceptions of how certain issues may be handled within the organization, especially by the party's Secretary General, I fully recognize that such concerns should have been and shall be addressed through the proper internal channels, as dictated by the core values and principles of the glorious movement of the people. I acknowledge that expressing these grievances publicly was unfortunate and may have undermined the unity, discipline, and respect that defines the Umkhonto weSizwe Party. My profanity was not and should not be a reflection of the revolutionary discipline, respect, and solidarity that our organization, under the esteemed leadership of President Jacob Zuma, upholds. To President Jacob Zuma and the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, the entire leadership, members, supporters of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, and the people of South Africa, I wish to assure you that I never intended to harm the integrity of the party or the values it upholds. Hence, my deepest apology for any offense caused in this regard. Furthermore, I offer formal apologies to all structures I serve, in whose roles and responsibilities I carry with the utmost humility and commitment. I hope my apology is received in the spirit of accountability, revolutionary solidarity, and genuine commitment to upholding the values of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party. I am fully prepared and committed to cooperate with any internal processes deemed necessary by the party as part of my continued dedication to the ideas of the discipline, respect, and unity. Dududzile Sambodla took her time deleting the tweets where she was insulting Floyd Shivhambu. She later released a letter addressed to Floyd apologizing to him. The letter reads as follows. Public apology from Commander Dududzile Sambodla to the Secretary General of Umkhonto weSizwe Party, my comrade Floyd Shivhambu, President Jacob Zuma, party members, supporters, and the people of South Africa. I sincerely apologize for my recent public post on X, which have caused offense, division, and disruption within the Umkhonto weSizwe Party and beyond. It was never my intention to undermine the principles of the unity, respect, and discipline that are foundation of our movement. I acknowledge that my words and actions have violated the party's disciplinary code of conduct, and I deeply regret any harm they may have caused. I take full responsibility for my statements and commit to upholding the values and integrity of Umkhonto weSizwe Party moving forward. Furthermore, I extend my formal and unreserved apologies to all structures I serve, including the South African President and Southern Caucus of the Pan-African Parliament. I remain committed to working towards unity, progress, and the total liberation of our people. I humbly ask for the understanding and forgiveness of my fellow comrades and South African public. I assure you all that I will reflect on this moment and use it as an opportunity for growth, discipline, and renewed commitment to the party's mission. With humility and respect, Commander Dududzile Sambodla. The former secretary of Jacob Zuma, Isaac Leshona, further complicated matters for Floyd Shivhambu and Dududzile by releasing a public letter criticizing both of them. He called out Floyd for being a celebrity secretary general and accused him of trying to bring practices from his time in the economic freedom fighters into the organization. The letter stated, "Hide nothing from the masses of our people, tell no lies, expose lies whenever they are told, mask are not difficulties, mistakes, failures, claim no easy victories." Having noted reckless, vulgar, and immature rants on X by Comrade Dududzile Zuma painting the MK Party Secretary General Comrade Floyd Shivhambu as incompetent, I wish to clarify to the MK Party faithful and sympathizers that Comrade Dududzile is the last person to call anybody incompetent. Comrade Dududzile Zuma herself is the hallmark and undisputed champion of organizational and political incompetence. She is a cause of many of the problems that besiege our beloved movement. I say this with authority, having inherited the office of Private Secretary to President of MK Party Comrade Jacob Zuma from her. Although the Secretary General can be justifiably accused of misdemeanors such as arrogance and failure to familiarize himself with the organizational culture and dynamics when he started, Comrade Dududzile is the last person to speak about incompetence. Notwithstanding her non-performance in Parliament, where we are yet to hear her contributions to the revolutionary policy-making agenda, Comrade Dududzile is one of the main causes of the many problems that besiege Umkhonto weSizwe Party. When I was appointed private secretary, there wasn't even a single physical document of correspondence, minutes of meetings, schedule of appointments, or anything whatsoever. Ngqamalala himself would half-jokingly say that it's the first time he saw a political party that was operating through WhatsApp. Comrade Dududzile and the SG of that time, Comrade Gobashev, are mainly responsible for the infiltration of non-MKP members onto the national parliament and provincial list. The party continues to lose court cases because of their sheer laziness and incompetence, having failed to compile and or audit the list. Even when the opportunity to fix the list was presented, herself and former SG Sihle did nothing. I should but also commend her on what she excels on. Comrade Duduzile is a master of plotting, slander and gossip. She has derailed and possibly destroyed many political careers. A very decisive figure, she meddled with structures and regions and provinces, removing those she disliked and inserting friends. She is able to operate in this manner because she has a cabal of friends and cheerleaders who surround her, all with selfish interest. We know that her only gripe with Comrade Floyd revolves around MK party money. They forget that these monies will be accounted for, failing which the party may face deregistration. Not that Floyd himself is without a sin. His arrogance and failure to familiarize himself with the ground as to MK party instability, the high and mighty SG who prefers the limelight of the press conferences and sitting at the top table at events, will bring forth his own downfall. Many comrades across the country are unhappy with his attitude as they see it as a foreign foundational ethos and culture of Umkhonto we Sizwe Party. We respect all but don't have a celebrity in the revolution. Lastly, I wish to encourage the Umkhonto we Sizwe Party masses that the revolution to liberate the masses of our South African people in particular and African in general, to grant them economic abundance, to eat off the richness of their land, to live in security and peace, shall succeed in our lifetime. It is a divine mission that shall not be derailed by any human being. Your determined and unflinching voices shall prevail over narrow voices of vanity and greed and self-interest. The Northwest Council of the Umkhonto we Sizwe Party, Thabiso Molefe, also took a jab at Floyd Shivhambu after the former convener of Mpumalanga Mary Party was fired from the organization. Thabiso has publicly condemned Shivhambu's handling of the matter, accusing him of acting and without proper consultation. Molefe took particular issue with Shivhambu's decision-making process, arguing that personal emotions should not influence critical party matters. He also pointed out an apparent procedural error in the expulsion, noting that Shivhambu had dated the decision as February 2024, a time when he was not yet the party's Secretary General. This, according to Molefe, raises questions about the legitimacy of the expulsion. Furthermore, Molefe accused Shivhambu of sidelining the party's National High Command and making unilateral appointments, including placing the former Economic Freedom Fighters members in the key MK party positions. He argued that these appointments were made without consulting grassroots structures, a move he believes undermined the party's democratic processes. Expressing his frustration, Molefe went as far as to challenge Shivhambu directly, warning that he was not intimidated by him. He also criticized Shivhambu's handling of the MK party's affairs in the Northwest province, claiming it had created significant disruptions within the party. Molefe made it clear that he would not support the individuals Shivhambu has appointed, insisting that due process and grassroots engagement should have been prioritized. He also dismissed any notion that he could be expelled from the party for speaking out against the Secretary General's actions. As internal conflicts within the Umkhonto we Sizwe Party continue to unfold, questions remain about the party's unity and leadership direction ahead of crucial political developments. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.